I'm James, and this is the 2024 Carrera Trekseeker 2 semi-off-road caravan. At the front of the van, we have a Cruisemaster DO35 coupling with a handbrake, and also the pin is included. Just beyond the coupling is a brake safe unit over here, which is a legal requirement, and then there is the Elco electronic stability control indicator, which will illuminate green when power is supplied by the red Anderson plug over here. If the caravan starts to develop sway while you're towing, it'll activate the brakes on the van and alleviate that sway. There's a grey Anderson plug fitted to the caravan. This is linked up to the DC to DC charger that's in the overhead cupboard, which we'll go and have a look at later. There's a reverse camera cable for the rear reverse camera fitted to the caravan, which also includes the reverse camera monitor that can be fitted to your vehicle. There's a 12-pin plug here at the front also. We utilize the deflector stone guard shield, and with this particular stone guard shield, we go and fit a sidewinder jockey wheel so it doesn't impede with the top of the stone guard. Just beyond that, there is a couple of jerry can holders fitted besides the 2 9-kilo gas bottles on the front A-frame of the caravan. Just next to the jerry can holder is the tap on the A-frame. We go and fit a T-piece onto the A-frame of the caravan in order to fit a grip swap bike rack. I've now just come over to another van that we have a grip swap bike rack fitted to. This particular model will house 4 bikes. It's available in 4, 3, 2 or 1 bike configuration. And then this is how it's mounted onto that T-piece that I just referred to earlier. At the top of the front of the van is a LED spotlight, a couple of grab handles at the front of the caravan, and then you have a large checker plate toolbox. On the right-hand side, being the awning side, there is a larger slide fitted, which has a couple of slits in it. So if you wanted to tie down a generator, for example, you can do so. At the moment, we've got the jack that is included with the caravan situated on there. In the front tunnel boot of the awning side of the van, we have a Swift barbecue. Now, this particular barbecue features a couple of burners, and then it comes with this nice hot plate. The great thing about the Swift barbecue is it is Australian made. If we can incorporate Australian made products into our caravans, we certainly do, just like the toolbox and stone guard shield that we just viewed. The barbecue is fitted into a gal box, which is completely sealed. So when we come and push the barbecue back in after you finish cooking, the smell isn't going to emit into the cabin of the caravan. And then just below the barbecue is the barbecue bayonet for it. Above the Swift barbecue is a LED, so you can see while you're cooking in the dark. There is a couple of other awning LEDs just below the large awning with a support cradle in the center. A couple of external speakers, one here on the left, and then another one just to the right of the picnic table. Then you have a 10 amp outlet over here. There's a cigarette socket, 12 volt, a couple of USB ports here, and then an antenna point if you do wish to bring the TV that is included with the caravan outside and position it on the picnic table, for example. Just below the Aussie Traveller awning is a large Dometic window. We utilize the Dometic aluminium frame dual glaze windows. Just to the right of the picnic table is an LED entry grab handle. Just below the wheel arch are our 2 wheels on the awning side. We utilize a 15-inch wheel as standard and a 235 all-terrain tire. The caravan also features 12-inch drum brakes. Now, this gives us the ability, in partnership with the Oztrekker semi-off-road suspension, which we'll have a look at in a moment, to ride the ATM up to 3,500 kilos. That gives you approximately 850 kilos worth of payload, as this van usually comes out at around the 2,600 to 2,650 mark in terms of tear when it rolls off the production line. Entry step, and there's a mud flap just beyond that. But now we'll go and have a look at the Oztrekker semi-off-road independent suspension. So there's a single shock and coil and heavy duty control arm per wheel. And then just at the rear of the caravan is the 100-litre grey water tank, which is covered in gel sheet protection. Now at the rear of the caravan is a LED spotlight. Just below that is the reverse camera that we mentioned earlier. number plate bracket here on the right, and then over here on the left is the external shower for the van with hot and cold water. There's also a spare wheel at the rear and then a Gal 3-neck bumper bar. We have a couple of different variations for the colors for the exterior of the vans, and one option is the silver composite aluminium cladding, which we can see here in the Trekseeker 2, and then there is the option to choose between either silver or white, which is featured on that Caravan over there on the right. The checker plate you can choose between grey, which is featured on this van, and then there is also black checker plate, which is featured on that Trekseeker 1. Featured in the far right hand corner of the Caravan is the Swift 28 litre hot water unit, which is operable off gas or 240 volt. Just below the hot water unit is a stabiliser leg, which is featured on all four corners of the Caravan. And just above the stabiliser leg onto the right is the Dometic cassette for the ceramic bowl toilet, which we'll have a look at when we go inside. Here is the outlet for the grey water tank. Just above that is the mains pressure inlet for the Caravan, which features quick fill. So that valve, the blue valve there, if you pull it downwards, will actually fill your fresh water tanks, your 295 litre fresh water tanks, which are front of the axles, instead of having to utilize the water tank filler, which is just over there on the right. Something that's heavily emphasized at the factory is sealing all the screws that go into the floor, or the nuts and bolts that hold the frame into the chassis, for example, on the left-hand side over here. And the reason why they do that is to avoid dust ingress into the Caravan. Even here in the wheel box, it's completely sealed to avoid dust from making its way in while you are traveling down those corrugated roads and so forth. And over here on the driver's side of the van is the 15 amp inlet for the Caravan. There's a Dometic 188 litre 3-way fridge fitted, so there's a couple of exterior vents. On the driver's side also, some more windows and another LED on this side. And then that water tank filler that we referred to earlier. Below the water tank filler is an external battery box. This battery box is obviously welded to the A-frame of the Caravan and features two iTech World 120 amp hour X Pros. Just beyond the lockable battery box is the two 95 litre fresh water tanks, which are also covered in gal sheet protection, just like the rear grey water tank. On the other side of that Swift barbecue is the remainder of the tunnel boot. So there's a brake safe, independent battery there. There's a LED in here also. Currently we have the DO35 Cruise Master pin sitting in here, along with the leg winder, an awning rod and a wheel brace. And the driver's side of the toolbox features a small slide. All of our Carrera Caravans feature a road run chassis. Now on the Trekseeker 2, we utilize a 6-inch A-frame, which actually goes all the way to the front of the axles. And then above that is the 6-inch chassis rail. As standard, we utilize a Supergal chassis. Once assembled, the chassis is primed and then coated with 2 coats of hammer tone paint. On the roof of the Caravan, we have 2 solar panels fitted, and they are both 190 watts each. In the entry, we utilize a Malenko entry door, and this fly screen actually features a security mesh. And then we go and fit a roller blind at the top, which comes down to the mid part of the door, which covers your entry window. Now I've made my way into the interior of the Carrera Trekseeker 2 19'6" semi-off-road. We actually offer this floor plan in a 20'6" variant as well. The extra foot gets distributed between the seating area and the kitchen area, and also the island bed area at the front of the Caravan. The mattress of the Caravan is an Australian-made mattress. It actually features a pillow top on the top and on the bottom inbuilt into the mattress, so you have the ability to go and rotate and flip this mattress in the future. And just at the end of the bed currently is the bolster, which extends the length of the mattress. Above that bolster is a large padded bed head. Just above the niches on either side of the island bed are a couple of map reading lights. They both feature a white light or a night light, and then there is also a USB port at the base of each map reading light. Within the niche and robe is a double power point with some hanging space for the wardrobe and a shelf above. All of the doors feature a piano hinge throughout the caravan, and all of the overheads with the doors that lift up feature gas struts on both sides. Beneath the robe is a bedside table with a wireless charger and USB port. There's a deep drawer below that, and then a storage cupboard underneath. The mattress is on a bed frame which has gas struts fitted, so you can lift it up and there is a large storage area below. Now above the bed we have a large wind-up hatch from Dometic. This actually features a LED with a nightlight built into it also. And the great thing about the wind-up hatch is it's a lot more simplistic to use than a push-up. Lockout, and obviously fly screen featured on here also. In front of that is a Sirocco fan, which is adjustable with 3 different speeds and a built-in timer. To the right of the hatch is a manual scupper vent, so if you arrive to a dirt road, you come into the caravan, push your scupper vent open, and the idea is airflow comes in through the roof and pressurizes the cabin, minimizing dust entry. Just beyond that scupper vent is a smoke detector, and then to the right is a circuit breaker for the caravan. Now I'm just going to show you how simplistic it is to use these Dometic windows. We'll just go on, unlock the window at all of the latches, and then you can push it open. You listen to the click, and then it'll elect your pitch. So there's 3 pitch settings for these large windows. Second, and then third. Then you have a fly screen which you need to clip into place here, or alternatively you can raise it and it'll expose your blind. Also included is a 24-inch TV/DVD player, which is on a adjustable bracket, which is lockable. There's a 12-volt socket over there, and then the on and off button for the antenna, which the winder for the antenna is featured over here. So you can wind up your antenna from there and then direct it dependent upon where you are located. Now we'll move over into the kitchen. There's a stainless steel sink with a drainer. Then you've got a stainless steel tap. Hot and cold water comes out of the first spout, and then the filtered water comes out of the second. So hot and cold, and then you're filtered. All of the drawers throughout the caravan now feature steel sides. To the left of the cooktop grill and oven is a slide-out pantry. Another Swift component that's featured in the caravan is the cooktop grill and oven. So this cooktop features a 240-volt hot plate and 3 gas burners. Then you have a gas griller below, and then gas oven below that. Then once you've completed cooking, you can go and lower the lid for the cooktop, and then go and lower the recessed bench top, which will give you additional bench space. Just above that recessed bench top is the NCE range hood, which features a couple of lights and 3 different fan speeds. On the left and right side of the kitchen are some double power points. There's an LED in the center, and then some storage cupboards above. All of our overhead cupboards throughout the caravan now feature hidden latches. Next to the slide-out pantry is a fire extinguisher. Now the caravan features a BM Pro battery management system, which I'll show you in a moment, but this is the Trek 3 display, which enables you to see the level of your 2 fresh water tanks, your battery amps, your battery volts. It gives you a bit of a time estimate as well, dependent upon how much battery level you have left at that current time. It gives you your solar amps input, and it also gives you an auxiliary amps input when your DC to DC charger is hooked up to your vehicle via the Grey Anderson plug. You can also turn your water pump on and off from this Trek 3 display. To the left of that is a magazine pouch above the entry, so if you bang your head it doesn't hurt as much. And then there is a couple of other magazine pouches here on the left with a grab handle below. In the center of the Caravan is the Dometic FreshJet Pro. This is the new reverse cycle aircon from Dometic. It features a couple of LEDs on either side, and you can utilize it for heating and cooling when connected to 240 volt. There's a couple of speakers on the interior as well. Just below the speakers is some overhead cupboards, which we'll get to in a moment, and then the cafe dinette seating area. Below both seats are a couple of slide-out drawers. There's some storage cupboards in the center, and then on the right over here is a carbon monoxide detector, which is linked up to the 2 lithium batteries which power it, and it's in close proximity to the cooktop, grill and oven, which is always good. Now I've just lifted up both kick-up footrests and pulled the trifold table out. The seating area has a headrest as well on either side, and then there is a double power point in the center with a window, and then map reading light either side. Above the seating area are the overhead storage cupboards. In this center cupboard there's the Odyssey link, which enables you to connect your mobile device up to the BM Pro battery management system. Just above that is the DC to DC charger, which is linked up to that Gray Anderson plug. There's a circuit breaker and a couple of fuses for the solar panels featured on the right over there. And then here is the Plus 35 lithium compatible HA BM Pro battery management system. This has an inbuilt solar controller, so the 2 solar panels, the 190 watt panels that are fitted to the roof, are linked up to the solar input of this battery management system, and it's also a battery charger. To the left of the battery management system is the Bluetooth stereo, and you can link your phone up to this and play music through the interior and exterior speakers. There's a couple of switches up here. This is a main switch for when the Caravan goes into storage. Then there is a water pump bypass switch and fridge bypass switch, along with an air conditioner bypass switch above that. The hot water unit, as I mentioned when we were on the exterior of the Caravan, is operable off 240 volt electricity or gas. So there's 2 independent switches here. Above the entry is a push-up hatch. Below that is the NCE dishless microwave, so you don't have to worry about wrapping up the plate while you go into transit. Below the microwave is the 188 litre 3-way fridge from Dometic. The freezer section is at the top of the fridge, and then you have the fridge section below. This is a 3-way fridge, as I mentioned, so it's operable off gas, 240 volt, or your vehicle while you're towing. The ensuite of the Caravan features a sliding door for privacy. Now we'll make our way into the ensuite area of the Caravan. Hello. There's a medicine chest with hidden latches featured in the center. Power point below, double power point. Then there is another LED like there is in the kitchen area. Ceramic bowl, basin with stainless steel tap. I've just shifted the towels out of the way, but there's a recessed bench top which reveals the 3.5 kilo top loader washing machine. Then there is also an access door on the front if you ever wish to remove the washing machine. On the left of the ensuite is the cassette toilet from Dometic. This has a ceramic bowl and a soft close lid. There's a toilet roll holder on the left, latch for securing the door when in transit, towel rail above that, window, and then hatch slash fan. This fan is a 2-way fan, so you can extract air or bring air in to the Caravan. Just below that fan is the linen press for the Caravan with some shelving in here, and then there's another storage area below that. Now opposite the cassette toilet is the shower with a privacy screen door. Go and open it up now. Your stainless steel shower head, there's an LED featured in here, and then another hatch and fan. This is a 1-piece fiberglass shower. When ordering one of our Carrera caravans, the customer has the option to choose between a couple of vinyl flooring colors on the interior. You also get to elect between a large variety of interior door colors. This particular van features a grey anti-fingerprint matte material. You can also elect your benchtop color and even a different splashback color. On this particular van, they are the same. There's also a variety of interior seating area colors. So seating area would change, the bed head over there would change color, and also these magazine pouches in the entryway. When ordering a Caravan, the customer has the ability to choose from our wide variety of optional extras also. So if you feel that the standard specification of any of our models isn't meeting your requirements, we can go and provide a detailed quote for any component that you wish to add throughout the Caravan. That concludes our in-depth walkthrough of the Carrera Trekseeker 2 19'6" semi-off-roader. If you have any further questions regarding the model or any of our other Caravans that we offer, please feel free to call us via the number or email us via the email address listed in the description of this video. Thank you. Bye for now.